Hey guys, what is up? It's your main man, Mr. Eurovision 1986, back with another Eurovision live stream. And in this live stream today, what we are going to do is we're going to be discussing the running order for semi-final one and semi-final two, and whether I think the running order for each country has either hindered its chances of qualification, or helped its chances of qualification. But before we get into this discussion, if you're new to my channel, hello if you're coming back to my channel. If you're new to my channel and come back to my channel and have not yet subscribed, it is very simple. All you need to do is click the subscribe button and click the bell notification button to be notified whenever I go live upon this here channel of mine. Also, don't forget to comment on this video. Don't forget to give this video a big massive thumbs up. And yep, all the normal spiel I go through, we've got it. So yeah, as I've previously said in this live stream today, we're gonna run through, because I mean it was Thursday of last week when the running order draws for the semi-finals were revealed, and for me it's pulled up some very interesting findings. Oh, excuse me. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So open up the first semi-final on the 13th of May is Iceland's. Now, personally, myself, if I'm being honest, it's it'll say it'll certainly wake people up. It's a good opening song. It's a good song for opening. However, I don't think their live vocals are up up to scratch at all. They just sound like they're shouting and wailing away, and sound very shouty. So unless they can sort that out, I think that's put a nail in the coffin for Iceland, and I don't see that don't see that having helped them at all. And then song number two, the second of the night will be Justyna Siskowska with Gaia for Poland. I personally would have put Poland to start. I would put Poland to open the contest, because I feel that would have been an even better boom in your face performance. But it's but yeah. Having said that, I still think it will qualify for the final. I've, I've Yeah, I don't think the number two spot. I think number two spot for Poland in the semi-final has hindered its chances in any way. And considering the songs that are surrounding it, I think it's made them even more of a surefire qualifier for the final. Because moving on to number three, we've got Slovenia. Now, I just it's not a bad song. It's just for me, just Slovenia just stays on one level and it goes nowhere. And unfortunately, being song number three, and considering who goes before it and who goes after it, unfortunately, after a good little run of qualification for Slovenia into the finals, I don't, I do not see I do not see a scenario where Slovenia will qualify for the final based on the running order draw. Then we go on to song number 4, which is Estonia. Tommy Cash, Espresso Macchiato. This song's gone viral on TikTok. We know it's a novelty entry. His vocals aren't great, but because of how it's gone viral on TikTok, I have a feeling that's that part. That. Yeah, it's neither hindered nor elevates its chances, but still, I'd say being number 4, that is qualifying for the final. I will qualify. Then we take a break from the semi-final because the first bar automatically qualified finalists will perform after Estonia on the Tuesday night, and that is Spain. Now, I think this will do a lot. This will do better than what people have been thinking of Spain, because I've been a champion of this song since day one. I certainly think it's a damn sight better for me than Spain's entry last year. I just I didn't like Spain's entry last year at all. Not up there for me, but this one I really love because it's typically Spanish. Typically Spanish, and I just absolutely love it. And I think depending on where it comes in the running order in the final, will really show will tell us just how well it's likely to do. Then after we've had that little break and seen Spain perform, we move back into the semi-finals, and we have song number 5 will be the song from Ukraine. Now, a lot of people are saying this will be their first non-qualification. From the semi-finals. I don't see it. I think it's quite. I find it. I think it's quite a quirky little number. I really do. I'm really in love with me. It's one. In fact, I know this gets thrown around a lot, but it's actually one of my guilty pleasures. One of my guilty. Do I call it guilty pleasure? No, because I just think there's something about it that's pretty 90s indie retro, and I think as well with the amount of displaced Ukrainians around Europe because of the because of the war between Russia and Ukraine. This will get votes from a lot of countries, and yeah, song number 5. It hasn't elevated their chances. It hasn't hindered their chances. So, but I will say qualifier. So then song number 6 in semi-final 1 is Sweden. Kai Barabarabastu at the time of recording. Book his favourite to secure their 8th win and go one ahead of Ireland in in the all-time wins and become the outright holder of most Eurovision wins records. And I really like this song. I really like this song this year. Not an ideal performance position, but yeah, well, it's one of those. It's one of those. It's one of those Sweden surefire qualifier. Not much more I can say about it. Song number 7, Portugal. That that end that comes at the end of the first half of the first semi final. Song number 7 is the end of the first half of the first. Not, I'll be honest, Portugal this year. You're not my cup of tea. But considering the songs that you're in between that come before and after you, I struggle to see whether you'll stand out or not. I could be proven wrong, but I would say for me, Portugal's probably one in this semi-final. Probably one of the borderline qualifier. He's borderline. It could go either way with Portugal. I'm yeah. Because I say I've always got 10 qualifiers from semi-final one. Rough at the moment, and I've got 10 qualifiers from semi-final two, but we'll be discussing that in a separate live stream of coming up in the coming weeks as we go ahead to Eurovision. But at the moment, I don't know whether it's gonna be tough considering the songs that they're between for Portugal to qualify. I think, but who knows? Anyway, then we come into the second half of the first semi final, and kicking it off, we have Norway. Again, not position A for Norway. And then considering who comes after it, they're sort of considering what song comes after it. Will they cancel each other out for votes? Unfortunately, I think the draw for the semi final. I think the positioning for Norway. I think it may have, unfortunately, hindered its chances. Could Norway be a surprise non-qualifier this year? Let's just say I can make arguments as to why I think Norway will qualify. I can make arguments as to why I think Norway may not qualify. But I would, if it didn't qualify, I think there would be a lot of shocked Eurovision fans, myself included. Then we come to song number 9, which is Belgium, Strobe Lights by Red Sebastian. Now you can see sort of what I mean by similar sorts of songs. So I think I feel like that draw on song number 9 could potentially hinder Belgium as well. Just I mean, as much as I like Red Sebastian's song, I just think putting two songs like that next to each other, there's the potential of cancelling each other out for votes. but I'm still at the moment. Yeah, but so yeah, I'm a bit like Belgium's another borderliner for me, even though I really like the song. Then we take another break from the semi final and we go on to the song from Italy. Person Sheer Italy. I'm sorry. I've tried to like this song, but it just doesn't. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I just has not grabbed me at all in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I think I I know it's got its fan base, but I'm just personally I'm just not in that fan base for Italy's song. So it's I think it. Yeah, I have a feeling being Italy, they'll do well. But it's the first time in a long while I haven't raved about about I haven't really been positive about their entry at Eurovision. Then once Italy perform, we get back into the semi final one with song number 10, and it's Azerbaijan. Not a bad song by any means, but I do not unfortunately see it qualifying. No disrespect to Azerbaijan, but unfortunately, you're going to have your third straight. To me, it looks like it's going to be your third straight year of non-qualification for the final, and this is coming from a country that I think started out really strongly at Eurovision, and then after they won it, it was just like they were like, "Oh, we've won it." Could surprise me and qualify, but my feeling is, but the running order draw hasn't hindered your chances, hasn't elevated your chances, Azerbaijan. So we will just have to wait and see on that front. Song number 11 will be San Marino. I'm really loving this song. It just makes me laugh how the theme song for the San Marino Festival this year ends up ends up entering San Marino at the San Marino Song Contest and ends up winning it. I'm a big fan of the song. Will it qualify? I'm I'm on I'm on the fence. I would like to think it would qualify, but this year this year is one of these years I don't think anything's a sure bet, personally. Song number 12, then we go to Azerbaijan. No, sorry. No, not Azerbaijan. Albania. What am I saying? Excuse me, Albania. Sorry. Skoda Elektroniku Sham. Now, I've had to eat a bit of humble pie because when I this is one of the first Eurovision songs for this year. For this year's contest that I reviewed. And when I reviewed it, I said it wouldn't be in my top 10 by the time we finished. Well, by the time we finished the reactions. So yeah, we had all my first reactions. Then I've gone through again, and I'm like, actually, yeah, Albania should Albania Albania should do very well this year. the fandom are really behind this. But probably won't win it, but should definitely be a top 10 finish for Albania, which in my opinion is very, very, very respectable. And yeah, it's it's different to what's before it and what's after it. So I think it's done well in the running order. It'll do well. Then song number 13 is the Netherlands with Claude C'est la vie. Absolutely. I absolutely love it. I do really like this song this year from the Netherlands. So I and getting this sort of draw in the running order for the semi final. I think it's got a good shout. I think yeah, it should qualify the Netherlands for the final this year. I think that's a decent draw. That's a decent drawing for the Netherlands. So yeah. Then we get to song number 14, which would be Croatia, Marco Bosniak with Poison Cake. Now I know there's a lot of people hating on this, but with that draw in the ring order, I personally do have a soft spot for this song. I do like it, and I can I can see where that doesn't qualify for the final, and that would be a big disappointment after Rim Team Tag Team last year. But I could I could also see a situation where this would be a shock qualifier for the final. I think this running order draws really elevated Croatia's chances of actually qualifying for the final this year. Then, before the final song, that semi final, we take a break from the semi final. I mean, to Switzerland's Zoe 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 Me with Voyage. I'll be honest, I really, 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 really like this song this year. I do really like the song from Switzerland this year. I think it's really, really nice. But at the same time, they're not going out of their way to try and win the contest this year. I can tell that with the song. Will it beat the curse of the host nations? Because in recent years, the host nation entry tends to not do so well in Eurovision. And at the moment, I mean, but at the moment, being song number 19 in the final, it depends what songs go around in the running order draw for the final to really be able to then make a decision on what I think could potentially happen with the song. Then once we've had Switzerland, we go back and we have the final song of the semi final, of the first semi final, and that's Cyprus. Now, I'm a big fan of this song, but closing the show, I really like it. I really like Cyprus this year. Do I think it'll make the final? Yeah, I think coming on last, I think it should make the final. Do I think it'll do great in the final if it gets there? Probably not. So yeah, that is semi-final one. Then we will move on to Thursday night. Bear in mind semi-final two. Bear in mind both semi-finals and the final in their entireties will all be live streamed right here on the up on this here channel of mine on the 13th, the 15th, and the 17th from from 5 to 8 in the evening. So be sure to join me for all the action on them days. Just get that in before we go on to semi-final two. Before we do, throat's a bit sore, so I'm gonna have to take a quick drink. Bear with us a minute. So yeah. So semi-final two. Opening up semi-final two, we have Australia. Another cracking opener, which will liven everybody up, get people ready for the party. Yeah, that will qualify. People are like that. Song number two in semi-final two in the running order will be the song from Montenegro, Dobrodošli by Dobrodošli. Yeah. No, name of the artist slipped out of my head at the moment, but yeah, this isn't a bad song. I do like this song, but I have a feeling you won't be seeing Montenegro in the final this year, unfortunately. After all the controversy their national final, I just don't quite see it. So then after Montenegro will be the performance of Ireland. I actually don't mind this song. I think it's super catchy. It's super catchy. I think people will be humming it in their heads. It's it'll be child friendly. It'll be child friendly, family friendly. That's what people want at Eurovision, and yeah. But I can make a case for that qualifying. I can make a case for it not qualifying. For me, that's one of quite a few borderline in this semi final. And then song number four is Latvia. Say, I've got the same situation with Latvia. I can see them qualifying. I can see them not qualifying. It's there's quite a few more in this semi final. I would call borderliners. I.e., they could qualify, they could not qualify. So I'm having a really difficult time trying to decide who I think will qualify and who won't. Then, so yeah, that's 1 to 4. Then at number 5 we have Armenia with "Survivor" by Parg. Like the song, but I like the song, but I don't feel like the rest of the Eurovision fandom like the song. So at the moment, but at the moment, for me, that's another borderliner for me. So it could qualify, it could not qualify. I just really don't know. I've had to keep saying this year for Eurovision, anything and everything is possible. Then song number 6 in semi-final 2 is the song from Austria. Love, 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 love it. Surefire qualifier. First one, that and Austria so far are the only two I can definitely say should, without a shadow of a doubt, be in the final. Then we come to song number 6. Then after song number 6, we take a break from the semi-final, and we get to see the performance of the United Kingdom. Woohoo! And I'm telling you now, the juries will go mad for this because they can sing live. Yeah, those vocals, those vocals are that damn good. There's absolutely no chance in hell. Play on. See the play on words I've made there. That the United Kingdom's entry is going to be anywhere near last place. I am telling you that now. I'm highly confident on it. Given the right place in the running order, that could do a lot better than people thought it would think it will. Then we go back to the semi-final 2 and song number 7 from Greece. I liked it when I first heard it, but now I'm like, yeah, it's a nice little song, but I'm over it. But it'll still qualify. Then song number 8 after Greece is Lithuania. I'm just saying at the moment this semi-final, I'm looking at it and there's not really many countries I can say where their running order draws have helped or hindered their chances of qualification. Other than Latvia being together and then both being borderline, really, really borderline for me. They could have hindered each other. Lithuania, it's different. I'll give you that. Probably not everybody's cup of tea, but I have a feeling Lithuania will qualify for the final again. So then once we get past song number 8, where we've come to the end of the first half of the second semi-final. We then head on to the second half of the second semi-final and song number 9, which is Malta. Now, I've been championing the Maltese entry at Eurovision since day one. I think it's a really, really good song. Yeah, I understand why the EBU band said words that they had in their song. I don't necessarily agree that they had to do it. Because personally, bit of ice in my mouth, sorry. Personally, I'm like, it didn't really offend me one way or the other, the words. And I'm like, because I knew the context, given I know the context, yeah, a bit of tongue in cheek, the words. It was a bit of tongue in cheek, the word, and I'm like, Really? And the word wasn't even in English words. It was a Maltese word they banned because it happened to sound like a very rude English word. But I don't think a lot of people got the context or do get the context of that word in the drag scene. That word is a motto: charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. CUNT. That's what you have to serve to be a drag race superstar. But then I will now have my rant on that. I absolutely love this song. Surefire qualifier, definitely. Then we're going to Georgia. Sorry, Georgia, after last year not qualifying. Then once we've seen Georgia perform, we take another break from the semi-final, and we get to see the performance of France. Absolutely adore this song this year. Should do very well, but the way this year's turning out, nothing's certain. I'll keep saying that nothing is certain this year at Eurovision. Then song number 11, we go back into semi-final 2 now after France, and we come to Denmark. It's another border for me, borderline qualifier. Because yeah, it's in for me. It's in the whole Ireland, Latvia, Armenia, Denmark, Luxembourg, Serbia sort of range. I'll be honest. I think any two. I think any of them six. I've got any of them six. I think could qualify, but I'm also got reservations that of non-qualification as well for them. So we will just have to wait and see on that one. Song number 12 is a song from Czechia. Like the song, but there again, I'd even put that in. I'd even put that in the borderline realms for me for qualification. It's one of them years. Then after Czechia we move on to song number 13, which will be the song from Luxembourg. I'm not overly keen on this song this year, but I know in the Eurovision fandom it's got some major fans. Will that be enough to put them through to the final? I'd like to see them in the final, but I personally don't see it. I might have. Yeah, I might. I just do not know with that song at all. With La Puppy Montler song, I really don't know whether it's going to qualify or not. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, that one is, for me. Then after song number 13, we've got song number 14. It's Israel. Israel. Meh. Meh. The bookies at the moment have got this favourite to win semi-final 2, and I'm like, what? So based on that theory, I'm saying, yeah, that's a surefire qualifier. Then we take our final break from this semi-final, and we get to hear the German entry. Really like this song. So I like it. I like it a lot better than last year. But that probably means that's not that's but probably means that's not gonna do very well this year. Funnily enough. But yeah, I do really like Germany's entry this year. Depending on it, how well it does will depend on its draw in the running order for the final, which is a completely open book at the moment. All we know is that Switzerland will be performing 19th in the final this year. Then, then after that last break from the semi-final, we go on to song number 15, which is the Serbian entry. Now, the reason I've got this borderline now is because of its running order. It's because its position in the running order. I think this will do. I think this will do. This Serbia in the semi-final could be a shot qualifier for me. I think Serbia and Armenia and could be shot qualifiers because that's how tight I feel it is for this year for the second semi-final this year. I can't to this year. I personally couldn't even tell you what people are thinking is the stronger of the two semi-finals. I'm like, psh, that's just all gone over my head this year. So, but yeah, I think song 15 for Serbia's. I think that slightly elevates its chances. And then finally, rounding out the semi-finals this year will be the song from Finland. Now, I'll be honest, this is the one. My opinion is perfectly clear on this song. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. But it's sailing into the final. And I don't understand why a song about orgasms is deemed family friendly enough to hear in a family friendly show. I'm just saying, yeah, milkshake man. Milkshake Man, the song's a bit tongue in cheek. I get it's a bit tongue in cheek. They're not taking themselves too seriously with that one, but this one, I'm just like, yeah, you you know, because if you go and see the English translation of this song, you will understand what I mean. And it's like, personally, how is that song family friendly for Eurovision? And the EBU had to ban a certain words in the Maltese entry, and didn't they didn't consider doing anything about that entry or Australia's. It just kind of makes no sense to me. But yeah, that's still qualifying. I think that's surefire qualifying. And that is it. That's our semi-final 1 and 2 live stream discussion at an end. I believe mine. Yeah, pretty sure my next live stream for Eurovision is my next live stream for Eurovision is next week tomorrow. I can't remember the exact timings of when that's going to be, but yeah, and that one That one, yeah, that one's gonna be gonna be going through. I'm gonna be going through my full Eurovision 2025 ranking list, ranking all the songs from my least favourites right up to my favourites. So be sure to keep an eye out. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell notification button to be notified whenever I go live on this here channel of mine. Don't forget to comment on this channel, give this channel likes and everything, and just really, really enjoy yourself over this Eurovision period. Because I'm a big time Eurovision fan. Yeah, I'm nearly I'm coming up for almost 30. I'm coming up for almost 30 years. 30 years since my first Eurovision I ever watched, and I'm still as big a fan of today as I was back when I first started watching it all those years ago. And I can tell you it it's completely and utterly changed beyond recognition over the years. So yeah, we've got plenty more content coming up in the run up to Eurovision in my weekly live streams, and then also you've got my semi-final 1, 2, and final live streams of the whole shebangs of each shows. So as I say, be sure to have fun, to have lots of fun with my live streams, because I don't take myself too seriously. I'd love I'd love to do this full time, but it's just not practical. And this is, as I say, I'm a live streamer. This is the best you're going to get. At the moment, I wish I had a team of people around me that could help me out. But being nearly 40 years of age, and I will admit, being on the autism spectrum, I just do this for my passion of Eurovision. And if you don't like it, if you don't like what I do here, tough. So yeah, be sure to join me Wednesday Wednesday afternoon. I believe I'm doing next week. Could be wrong. I can't really remember. But until next time, much love to you all, and bye bye for now. Bye bye.